Welcome back to my channel. So I know this is my third video and I have the same outfit on, but I wanted to get all these things done and taken care of before I didn't do them. So this video, oops, I almost turned my computer off. I wanted to talk to you guys about Halloween Horror Nights and the rumors that are going on, and then the actual non-rumors that we've all kind of heard about. So Halloween Horror Nights is an extra ticketed event that happens in the fall, September to November. Halloween Horror Nights this year is between September 10th and November 1st. So there are blackout dates, what they call blackout dates. So Mondays and Tuesdays are blackout dates. So you get on, you buy your ticket, you go to these events, but because of COVID and everything's kind of really been up in the air whether or not they were going to do this event. So like Hollywood, Universal, I don't know if they're going to do it. I don't know. There's been some like, I don't know. There's this drone. I think it's the Santa Clarita drone that's on YouTube that showed that they had some houses going up, but then stuff was being taken down, but there's not confirmation of any of that. That's what it is. But like I said, Universal, there's not even open. So I don't know what they're doing over there in California. All I'm worried about, honestly, is Orlando, because that's where I'm going. So we are planning on going to Orlando September 19th through that next Saturday, and my trip was to go to Halloween Horror Nights. So today, July 22nd, was the last day to do the buy one get one free on the tickets. That's what I buy every year. The issue this year was buying something that I have an unknown. So usually with the buy one get one free, what they've done for the last couple years is that around like June 2nd-ish, June 1st, 2nd, 3rd is the last day to purchase your buy one get one free. So usually around Mother's Day, I usually buy my tickets. I start planning her in May. Like I get my hotel, I book my flights, this, that, and the other. Like February to like May, I start looking at stuff, rental car, that kind of stuff. So I got a really good deal this year on the plane. I feel like I got a really good deal on the rental car this year. I pushed it out until today to buy my buy one get one free. We did go ahead and decide to buy the buy one get one free. So there's another couple, and then my mom's gonna meet us down there. They're going with us this year to go down there. It's supposed to be the 30th anniversary of Halloween Horror Nights. That's what the big deal was. That's why everybody seemed to be a little bit more worried than usual about what's going on. So Universal has in the past, if they release something, they focus on that one thing. They don't just like throw a million things at you. Like the Bourne Spectacular, that ride just came out at Universal Studios. So they've been kind of focused on that one. They are social distancing. Everything seems to be going fine over at Universal. They did just announce some more like guidelines, so I'll share that with you guys later, but let me back up. I can get definitely sidetracked, I'm sorry. So anyway, purchasing the tickets for the buy one get one free, I think with a problem, and what I worried about is that when you buy your tickets, you don't buy them date based. And because it is limited capacity into the park, so I'm hoping what they've done is only limit the amount of tickets that they would sell. So annual pass holders get a Halloween Horror Nights ticket depending upon the annual pass that you have. So I think it's like the premier pass. I don't know a lot if they get one, but I don't know how that's working with this stuff right now, but I'm obviously guessing. I just don't know how they're going to do it, and that's what's like stressing me out a little bit, is because the reason why I usually have my dates picked for when we're going is we buy the express pass. So there have been rumors. There's nothing that is set in stone that's like, oh yeah, this is not happening. So everything that I have heard, everything other than up till today that I bought my buy one get one free, and a couple other things that I know that are 100% for sure. The other rumor that keeps going around is that they're not going to have the express pass. No one said yes or no, they're not going to have the express pass. I don't know why people started this rumor. I don't know where it came from, because some of the other rumors that they started, I'll get into those too, are completely false. So I think it's just everybody like freaking out and freaking themselves out, because I think there's just a high expectation of this 30th anniversary that it wasn't going to happen, and what are we going to do? We're going to cancel it for next year. Like, how are we going to do this? Because it's a big event. Like, there's a lot of people that go, and it's a huge crowd. Like, but anyway, so the express passes are rumored to maybe not be happening, because people think that they're not going to happen because the park attendance is going to be down, so they're not going to be able to let as many people in, so there's not going to be that many people standing in lines for these haunted houses. So me doing the buy one get one free, what we usually do is we'll do 5 houses the first night and we'll do 5 houses the next night that we come. So we usually do them on Sundays and on a like Wednesday or Thursday is usually when we go, because there's the Sunday, Wednesday, Thursday aren't really that busy. We're gonna do it then and then just block it off. I do the first 5 and then then we have time to go around and watch the water show that they have. The other rumored thing for a while was that the Academy of Villains show is not going to be going on. Now, I can confirm that they have not confirmed what's going in there, but I can confirm that the Fear Factor stage is where the Academy of Villains show takes place. It is amazing. But they haven't confirmed that it's Academy of Villains, but they do have a sign saying that it is under construction sort of for Halloween Horror Nights. So that was like the first thing like last week, I want to say, that everybody was like, okay, maybe it is actually going to happen. Maybe it's really going to happen because they're doing this. Now, it's either Monday or Tuesday this week. It is now only Wednesday. It was Monday. I think it was Monday. They did release the tribute store. So like the storefront for it. So they did actually release that is a thing and that is going to be the tribute store this year. If I can find a picture, I'll link a picture in here, but like what it looks like this year. But I'm excited about that because it's kind of like, okay, are these, and part of the talk, the chatter was that they were only going to open up the tribute store like during the day. So that it wasn't going to be that it was going to be actual Halloween Horror Nights, but they were just going to open up during the day. But I just don't think that's going to happen because apparently they did open up virtual auditions for people that were not like external candidates, not internal candidates. So they are doing, which is odd to do virtual, but I get it. So I guess if you can act on a screen, then you can act in real life, I guess. But it's going to be interesting to see how they handle the scare zones, how they handle the haunted houses. So if you guys don't know a lot about the haunted houses, okay, let me back it up. I told you I'd get off track. Let me go back to the tickets because this is going to be a 10-minute conversation about tickets. I apologize. But with the express passes, they're a different price depending upon what day that you go. So the lower amount of people that they knew were going to be in the park, the cheaper the express pass was. I have always gotten the express pass. They're almost as much as the tickets, and they're more than tickets sometimes, especially if you're doing the buy one, get one free ones. I mean, I think the express passes can be up to $120 a night. Like, that's a night. That's on top of the $84.99 that you're paying for the ticket. So it's an expensive event to go to not know if you're going or not. So, but the difference between just buying the ticket into Halloween Horror Nights and then the express pass is the express pass has a date. So that's got a date stamp on it. So like I buy my express pass for Sunday, I buy my express pass for Thursday. So that I know on that Monday and Thursday, and they do check those dates on your express pass when you go into the express pass line. They will check those, and just to confirm that you're there on the right date, that's where you're supposed to be. So that's what I couldn't figure out in my mind. Like, how are they selling these tickets to Halloween Horror Nights to control the crowds, to not have them dated? They're just called flex tickets. So basically you can use the tickets between September 10th and November 1st, kind of whenever you want. So, but like I said, they don't usually release the express passes until weeks after the buy one, get one free stops. So now, like, what are we doing? It's July 22nd. I know it's July 22nd, and this thing doesn't start until September 10th, but usually by this time, they have started releasing what houses they're doing. They haven't released anything. I mean, nothing other than tribute store. And then, but they did put back on their website the Horror Nights character dinner experience. So that was one of those rumors, like I was saying, that people were like, oh, they're not doing it. They're not going to have the dinner, but it's on there. It's 100%. You can buy tickets for it. It is happening. So between the tribute store, the character dinner, the villain show, if it's going to be the Academy of Villains, the Fear Factor section or whatever, that's where Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure used to be, is where that's at. If you guys are familiar with that area, it's like that big Coliseum. I don't think they're going to have a problem with that, like social distancing or anything. I think it's just going to be one of those things. You're going to stay with your party. They're going to put 6 feet between you. It's a big area to, like, I mean, yes, did they used to cram people in there? Yeah, but they only did, I think, 3 or 4 shows a night. So they may just have to like add 1 or 2 more shows or something. Maybe not make them as long so that they can rest. I thought about that stuff. I'm like, oh my gosh, if they're dancing around like that for that long and they need time to like recoup to do the next one. So I think that's an easy fix out of everything else that we've gotten here to like contend with. I know that there's been some rumors about it being a dry event, but I don't think so, because that character dinner has alcohol in it. So I just don't foresee that. I think it's gonna have the alcohol, the choices like they usually do, the cups. Like, I just don't foresee them doing this event and then taking that stuff away. I think there's gonna be some different guidelines for eating and drinking, instead of like standing around, because you can drink in line and stuff. Take your drinks into the houses with you, so you can buy a drink while you're standing in the line from the drink carts, but you have to finish it before you get into the house. You can't take your beer that you just bought in there with you. So there's some kind of stuff like that. So I usually don't drink, like, usually, other than like water, if I'm standing in line, for that reason, so I don't have to chug anything that I'm drinking, because it's hot usually when we're there. So I don't think it's gonna be that big of an event, because like they took away the shots they used to take around in the medical bags. They used to have like a girl dressed up like a nurse, and then she would walk around with the IV bags with shots in them. And I think that it got a little too rowdy a couple years ago, and they stopped that. So they don't even do that anymore. So I don't think it's a thing with people getting trashed. People getting trashed. I don't think it's that. I think that they're more trying to figure out what to do about the drinking and things. So I am going to insert here the new policy that they did just release, because I think there was a lot of chatter between Disney opening and Universal and their drinking and not having your mask up situation, because they were first, like, as long as you have a drink in your hand, you don't have to have your mask up. And I think people were freaking out about that a little bit. So now they've re-released, like, hey, unless you're stopped and you can social distance and you can be 6 feet away from people, you have to have your mask up. But if you're stopped, you're drinking your drink, you're actually stopped and drinking it, then you can have your mask down. But if you're just walking around the park with a drink in your hand, you have to have your mask up. So do I think it's a bad idea? No, not at all. So it'll be fine. Like, I think all that being said, it'll be fine. I think I'm going to be on edge until I can either know if I can buy express passes or not. I'm telling you, we got through so many houses so fast last year with the express pass. I will never, ever, ever, unless it's just not sold, ever go without my express pass. What I wanted to talk about was the online merch. So that's available at Universal. Also, they did release their online merch. They have retro merch out right now for it. So apparently everybody lost their minds. They bought it and like they didn't have anything, but it looks like everything's available right now that's on here. So I don't know what was on here before because I didn't look at it. So there's shot glasses, there's patches, oh no, there's pins, there's socks, there's t-shirts. So the t-shirts have the retro Halloween Horror Nights 1992 pumpkin adult t-shirt. They've got a Halloween Horror Nights 1999 mummy adult shirt. They have a Halloween Horror Nights 2000 Jack adult t-shirt. I think what they're gonna do, and what it seemed from Instagram, they keep sharing 1 year. So like I said before, Universal doesn't tend to throw a ton of stuff out. They usually like focus on one thing for like a week and then they like move on to the next thing. They want to give everything it's 15 minutes of fame, basically, is what they're trying to do, which is great because then people focus on that and they come back and they want more. So to me, that seems like a good idea. Anyway, I think it's going to be based, so like there's been a lot of like, I'll link down below if I can't get it linked up here for you guys to see. I'm getting good with editing, but I'm not always that good with it. The like rumored map that they're gonna have, there's a lot of rumors about like Beetlejuice and about Terror Queen and about like Sabrina. I think that one's been ex-named, the Sabrina thing. There's Billie Eilish that they keep bringing in. I don't think Billie Eilish is gonna have house if it's the music, kind of like they did last year with Rob Zombie. I think she could be like a scare zone with her music because it's kind of like not really creepy music, but it's just that more like Halloween-y music, I guess. I think it is. It's not like something you'd be like rolling around Disneyland in. You know what I mean? But it's gonna be so interesting because it's like, do they take the 30 years and do they take the 30 years of just horror? Do they take just something from every year? But how do they do that in 30 things, like, or 29 things basically? Because this will be the new year. This will be the 30th. So it's like, how do they take something from every year? Are they gonna take things from every, you know? Because they usually do 10 houses in the scare zone, so it's like, are they going to have 30 things, like 10 houses, and then the rest in scare zones and like other things that they do there? So I don't know. I'm super excited. I'm super excited to see what they do. I'm super excited. Like, I just love the houses. I love to see what they can come up with, what they come up with, and how to see, to smell. Like, even every haunted house has a smell to it, like not just that fog smell, but some of them are so in depth and immersive that you smell things. Like I think it was 2 years ago, maybe 3 years ago now. It wasn't last year's, year before last, so it would have been Halloween Horror Nights. It would have been 28. I think they had the it was like fairy tales or something. I can't remember what it was called, the haunted house, but my God, it was so cute. Like every room that you went into was something different, but then like one room smelled like apple pie. Like there was apple pies baking because it was like Hansel and Gretel. Like it's so neat what they do. And it gives you another experience to be able to ride rides that you might have to stand in line for hours. I know not right now because obviously there's like no lines. If you watch anybody's videos while they're there right now, there's like nobody in the park right now. But to have that experience to ride rides, I mean, literally I could ride Transformers in like 3 minutes, but there's some that are shut, like Shrek is shut and Minions are usually shut during it. Mummy is open usually. Harry Potter World is open, so I love doing that at night. It's so cute. We just go around, walk around in there. There's not a lot of people in there. In King's Crossing, so like I said, super fun. We read Men in Black. That one's always one of my old-time favorites, whatever. E.T. is closed, usually, because it's usually, you have to walk through the queue to E.T. to get out of 2 of the haunted houses that come out through the back lots. But I'm super excited. I'm dead. I'm so excited. I'm so excited to go. I'm like, I'm ready to start packing now. But Tribute Store, like I said, is there. I'm wondering, Universal seems to be better about virtual queues with their apps right now, with their rides. So if you get on the Universal app, you have to be in the park, but you can add yourself into the virtual queue to ride a ride. So like, let's say you want to ride Gringotts or whatever that one is over in Harry Potter, land on the Universal side of stuff. So, Escape to Gringotts. Gringotts. The Harry Potter ride. So, God, Escape to Gringotts. I don't know why I can't say that word. That's actually a new thing for me. So, welcome to my channel. I'm Katie, and I can't speak. So, anyway, that one I think you can put yourself into the queue. Depending upon how long, what I've seen is depending on how long the lines are, they'll let you put yourself into a virtual queue, but if the line's not that long, then you just go put yourself in the line. But I'm hoping that they do that kind of with the haunted houses. That's what my vision is, like a virtual queue for these things, so people just aren't standing in masses. I mean, I'm telling you, the main house that they have when you first walk in and you're walking down the boulevard, it's on the left-hand side. I know it's called something, I don't know what it's called, where the whole, that huge like lawn area thing is, but people sit and they have like the concerts and stuff out at the arena thing. You stand in line there. It is so packed. I can't even explain to you how many people are standing there. It's actually nuts how many people can cram into that freaking line. It's crazy. But like I said, I'm super excited. I'm super excited to see, like, just I want to know what half the houses are like. There's so many speculations. You can dig around the internet for hours just to figure out like what is going on with stuff and like what's changed, what's coming, but there's literally been nothing. So I'm going to go back to the character dining and kind of tell you guys a little bit about that. So this character dining is, they say, something to sink your teeth into. Make your meal part of your horror featuring special character photo opportunities at Universal Studios Classic Monsters Cafe. So this happens in the Monsters Cafe. So they shut it down for this dining experience. So they just started doing this a couple years ago. I can't go have my dinner in the Monster Cafe like I used to. So I will give you a disclaimer on this. So it is a disclaimer that the event may be too intense for young children. It is not recommended for children under the age of 13. And no costumes or masks are allowed. That means costume masks, not obviously face masks for COVID. So, and that's kind of what they put in that update that I put up here. I will put an update down at the bottom if you guys are wondering about that. But let me see what other information I can find here. So this one is a separately ticketed event. It's not included in their dining plan. It is a character dining. As for photos with characters, guests will be positioned in a designated spot that is 6 feet away from the characters. You will not be able to make physical contact with any characters at any time. So it's kind of like what they're doing during their, like, when you walk out, if you've seen any of the other YouTube videos of, like, Scooby-Doo and stuff like that out there by Mel's Dine-In. Oh, I think it's Mel's Dine-In. I never remember what to actually call it, because during Halloween Horror Nights, they changed the restaurant name to be Mel's Dine-In. So I think it's Mel's Diner, actually. That's what it's called. They just make the other letters not light up, so it looks like Mel's Dine-In. So it's Mel's Diner. But so that's what it says about that. So it'll probably like that, like you'll be able to stand near them and get your picture taken. Like they'll be back here creeping in the background probably while you're eating your dinner. But it'll be interesting to see like what they do for the meal, how they serve it, like if it's just going to be like a preset meal instead of it being, I think it's been a buffet in years past from what I remember. Like you go up to the line. So I wonder if they'll make it, or, you know, like you just ask for what you want and they give you your food instead of you daring it. I don't like buffets because I usually end up sick for some reason because food sits under those heat lamps too long and my belly doesn't like it. So I usually don't go to buffets like that because I can't because it doesn't end well. So that's what I know about this character dining. I've never done it. It sounds fun. Totally would have done it this time, but no. So before you go into Universal too, you do have to have your temperature checked. They will check your temperature before you even get into City Walk. So you walk up, they take your temperature, they have a bag check. I don't think, from what I've heard, they are subject to an x-ray inspection now. They are not digging around in people's bags like they were. So you can bring in 2 bottled waters, that kind of stuff. There are acceptable like small snack items in your bag and water bottles in your bag, so you don't feel like you have to like, you know, buy everything there if you don't want to. I usually keep water in my bag, so it's fine. From what I've heard, there's not any valet parking right now, which makes my heart sad. Like, very sad. Like I said, I don't know of anything on, like, how they are going to, they're going to figure out tickets and who they're going to let in and let out. But the other thing they had was the Halloween Horror Nights hotel and ticket package. So on there, it does. So if you click underneath, if you're on universal.com, if I can get it to show up here, I'll show you. But the Halloween Horror Nights and hotel and ticket package, it does list down in here. It says Halloween Horror Nights Express Pass. Skip the regular lines one time at each haunted house and participate in attractions. Separate event admission required. Pricing varies by date, subject to availability, restrictions apply. So they have not taken that off there, nor have they taken off the RIP tour. So that is be the first to book this killer tour when you purchase the Halloween Horror Nights hotel and ticket package. Join the other fans and get a guided VIP tour, walking tour of the event. See more with the front of the line entry to the haunted houses. Separate event admission required. Pricing varies by date, subject to availability and restrictions apply. So that didn't get canceled. It doesn't seem that it got canceled. Just like with everything else, it's like they let it sit there for a little bit and then it's like they took it off. They took it off different like blurbs and then like put it back. So I feel like the other day they'd taken off just the like the ability, I guess, to click off of it. Let's see if they put anything on here since this morning. No. If you go to blog and news on their website, it still says, uncover more glory details about this year's event by keeping up with our blog. And then you like go to hit their blog and then it's like, there's nothing there. So I'm hoping tomorrow I can have more of an update and hopefully in the next couple days. So I'll probably start posting some updates on my, so I actually have like 3 Instagram pages, but I'm going to share 2 here with you and I'll link them down below too. So I'm over at Our Missouri Life and then I'm at travel.adventures.now. So the travel one is really where I just put all my travel stuff, but I forgot about that one, whatever. The other one I have is like a murder mystery one, but I don't know what I'm doing with that one yet. So stay tuned for that. But the travel.adventures.now one is where I post a lot of my travel stuff. But I will share some stuff over at Our Missouri Life also if you guys are interested in that. So both those places are a good place to check those out to see what I know and what, if I know anything. Usually nothing. So let's see what else we got. Haunted houses and more. Let's see if they figure out anything. So it even says like everything haunted houses, get email updates coming soon. Like I have not gotten any email updates, like none. But it says 3, 6, 9, 10. There's 10 spots on here for houses, so we'll see what's going on. It says Universal's Halloween Horror Nights, now in its 30th terrifying year, brings together stories and visions from the world's most notorious creatures of horror, from cinematic greets and crazed current cult favorites to the park's original abominations. Keep checking here for this year's lineup of haunted houses, scare zones, attractions, and entertainment, along with exclusive event merchandise and specialty food and drink. So that's kind of the other thing too that's a big thing, is the food and the drink. So there's that. So yeah, that's all I really know right now with everything. So hopefully in the next couple days we'll all get an update, and the internet will be happy, and YouTube and Instagram will all be happy that everybody has some sort of an answer from Universal. They keep us wanting more, apparently. They're doing a good job with that. So if you guys have made it to the end of this video, I appreciate you. I appreciate you watching for my Thursday theme park update. So that's this one right now. Let me see if the pass holder one. Premier pass holders get a 1-night free admission to Halloween Horror Nights. So that is, I knew it was one of their couple different like pass options. Like I said, I've never really like, they have a couple different pass options. And I've been like stalking the internet like crazy. So a lot of the food stuff is mobile ordering also, but there's a couple restaurants that are open in City Walk. So I can't wait to go eat at the Chocolate Emporium because it is fantastic. If you guys are looking for a great place to eat, I highly recommend Margaritaville and the Chocolate Emporium down there at City Walk. But I am going to tape and like share that stuff with you over down there and kind of show you an update on like where everything's at. And like there's some new construction going on in City Walk that they took out Fossil, and they took out, I feel like they took out that surfing shop that was there. If you guys made it through this whole video, I appreciate you. Thank you for watching. Thank you for tuning in. Like I said, I will share some updates if I find out anything before the rest of the internet world finds it out. But like, I'm super excited about Halloween Horror Nights. If any of you love Halloween Horror Nights as much as I do, like and subscribe to this channel, and we can chat about it some more. So if you guys like this video, please give it a big thumbs up. Stay tuned for more Thursday theme park travel videos on Thursdays. Mondays I'm going to do cleaning motivation. Thursdays I'm going to do theme park travel updates and stuff like that, and then the other days I'm just going to sprinkle some stuff in there. So stay tuned, guys. Thank you guys so much for watching. Bye.